Wake up out there. It's time to train in Sparta. Today, we're going to go over leg press. Leg press is my favorite lower body leg workout, compound movement, safe for your knees, safe for your hips. Now, there are a lot of ways to work out your legs. You can definitely squat. There is no exercise that produces more lower leg muscle and mass than squatting. But squats come at a cost. Squats can, if you get out of position, injure your lower back. It can cause knee damage. I loved to squat when I was younger. I power lifted and squatted very heavy. I wish I had backed off of that a little bit sooner, but I didn't. Now I use the leg press. Leg press is fantastic for holding on to muscle mass, building muscle mass if you don't already have it. And it's a very safe, efficient exercise to do. And if you've watched our other videos, training videos, bench press and rows, or if you've watched the teaching video about how we train in Sparta, you know that for us, it's time under tension. Yes, heavy weights will build a lot of muscle, but they charge a price, and that price is joint damage, potentially disc damage. If you keep fighting against iron, eventually iron's going to win. And so, and then the other option is, of course, you can do high reps, high volume sets. Those also are very effective, but they also have a price. And the price for those is a lot of time spent in the gym. Also, repetitive injury, repetitive stress. So I love leg press. I'm going to do my first 2-minute set for you and show you how I do it. Again, I set my iPhone to 2 minutes. I set it, put it down, get it going, get into position when the clock hits 2 minutes. And once it hits 2 minutes, I'm going to lower for 8 seconds. Controlled. And then press back up in 7 seconds. So that's a 15-second rep. So as I'm doing my 2 minutes, I'm getting 8 reps. Lowering slowly. That's eccentric motion while I'm lowering. That eccentric motion is where you're tearing muscle down. And that muscle is going to rebuild bigger and stronger and better. And so now I'm watching my clock, making sure that I don't lower too soon. And you'll notice that I'm not banging at either end. I'm very deliberate, very slow. It's my 3rd rep. I'm starting to feel it now. Lactic acid is building up. It's hard. And back up. My legs are starting to tremble now. Very slow back down. For my 5th set, or 5th rep, back up. And I've got 3 left to do. And you can see that if you train this way with slow, time under tension, you will get the results that you're looking for. You'll build muscle and you'll avoid injury. I'm not straining my knees. I'm not straining my lower back or my discs in my spine. Just getting the benefit. I'm not paying a huge price, but I am working. I'm paying a price in lactic acid right now. I can tell you that. Okay, 1 left to do. Really going to get a nice motion on this last one, and then back up for 7 seconds. That's my 8th one, and my timer's going to go off. That's my first set. And typically when I work out, what I like to do when I'm doing my workouts, I like to do 2 sets. 1 set, 2 minutes. So that's 8 reps. And then the second set, which I'm going to show you I'm going to do next, that's a heavier set. So I did this with about 350 pounds, okay? You can go a lot heavier on these things, but time under tension means you're going to have to use less weight. And so I love that. I love to be able to use less weight, less time, and get better results. My next set's going to be heavier. I'm going to go 4 reps, 1 minute. So I'm going to add a couple of 100 pounds to this, be about 550 pounds, still nice and controlled and safe, mostly safe. And remember, I'm out of breath here from this, you can tell. In Sparta, when we're training in Sparta, we want to be safe. Spartans want to stay on the battlefield. You want to keep coming to the gym. You want to not get hurt, and you want to make maximum use of your time. So I'll be right back. I'm going to increase the weight, and we'll go the rest of this one. Okay, we're back. We're here for set number 2. Now, when I train, and the way that I outline training in my book, the Spartan-Persian protocol, I like to do 2 sets. The first set is a 2-minute set. That's 8 reps, and each rep is 15 seconds. The second set, I like to go a little heavier. I'm going to do 4 reps here. It's certainly not a single rep max, but it's 4 reps. It's heavy. I'm going to feel it. And this is the set I feel I get the biggest advantage out of. Now, if you're pinched for time and you don't have enough time to get your workout in, I highly recommend that you do a 1-set workout. And that 1 set, I like to set at 90 seconds. So that gives me 6 reps. And I pick my weight somewhere in the middle. So my first set of 2 minutes, slow time under tension, I did with 350 pounds on the leg sled. The second one I'm going to do with about 550 pounds. If I were going to do a single set, 90 seconds, 6 reps, and I just didn't have time that day, then I would probably pick about 450 pounds. Now you're going to have to pick your weights for yourself. Some of you are going to be stronger and younger than me. Some of you not quite as strong. Wherever you're at, it doesn't matter. The most important thing we want to do is get time under tension. It's not so much about setting records or proving that we're the strongest guy in the gym. That's the kind of stuff that causes injury, and I wish I had knocked that stuff off sooner. So second set, I've got my timer set to 1 minute, about 1 minute and 10 seconds actually, so I have time to get ready for the set. I start my timer, and I'm gonna unrack the weight, fair amount of weight here this time for me, and I'm at 1 minute. Now I'm lowering down for 8 seconds. And it's a lot of weight for me. And then back up for 7 seconds. And my first rep is done. My first heavy rep is done. 45 seconds in. Down. And back up for my second one. That's going to leave me 30 seconds because I've completed 2 reps. Okay, and I'm starting to feel that. Third set, down for 7. And back up. So these 15-second reps are torching my legs. I'm gonna go back down for the last one. I'm really feeling this now. It's heavy and I know it. Back up for the last one. And I should be getting to the top. There. Timer's going off. And that's it. It's a good set. I feel like I got a lot of work. My thighs got a lot of work. Quadriceps, hamstrings. And I don't feel, more importantly, like I did any damage to my lower back, and my knees feel very good. So when you're doing your leg days, there's a number of different ways you can do this. And I'm going to show you how you can do some of those other ways. Let's say you have a rack and you want to do the exact same principle with a squat and a bar. You can. If you have just a kettlebell or if you have dumbbells. I'll show you all of that next and how you would do that. Welcome back to Leg Day in Sparta. So we just did our leg press. I love leg press at 63 years old, easier on my lower back and my knees. But if you have a squat rack and you're comfortable doing them there, squats are great, obviously. Best lower body exercise that you can probably do. You just have to be a little more careful because it's easy to strain your lower back, easy to strain your knees. But in Sparta, we do everything the same way. So in the Spartan-Persian protocol, we're doing a 2-minute set. 2-minute set, we set our timer. It's 8 seconds down, 7 seconds up. Just gonna do a couple of reps because I kind of torched my legs over there already. And so I don't have a ton of weight here. I just want to demonstrate. So I would start my timer, sit it over there against the wall, And then I'd get under the squat rack, get it off right as my timer's coming up on about 2 minutes if I were doing my first set. And then when I hit that 2-minute mark, I'm gonna go down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've done a 15-second rep. First set, I'm gonna do 2 minutes of that. That's 8 total repetitions. What if you don't have a squat rack? You don't have a bar, Olympic plates, any of that. What if all you have is a kettlebell? Kettlebell can work great. In Sparta, there are no excuses, no reason not to train, no matter what you have. So if all you have is a kettlebell, we'll do goblet squats. So you can put that in front of you like this. Hopefully you have a bench you can use. If not, you just have to be a little more careful. And this is the exact same principle, 15-second rep. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, if you're on your first set, you're gonna go with a 2-minute set, 8 reps. Second set, if you have a heavier kettlebell, you can go a little bit heavier and get a 1-minute set for 4 reps. What if all you have are dumbbells, okay? Dumbbells work. Remember, no excuses in Sparta. So here we are. We get set up on the dumbbells, and I like to have people put these at their side. Of course, you could hold them up in place if you want. I don't like to do that. I think it's a little bit easier if down to your side. And it's the same cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you get the idea. Now, time under tension. 8 seconds down, 7 seconds up. Doesn't matter what you're doing it with. I'm gonna make a video just using exercise bands. What if you're in an apartment in New York? You don't get to the gym, or wherever, in San Francisco, and all you have are exercise bands. You can do all of this. You can train like we train in Sparta with just exercise bands. And I'm gonna show you that in another video. But for now, that's leg day. Definitely don't wanna skip legs. Remember, in Sparta, we're trying to preserve muscle and grow muscle. And muscle burns fat. And your leg muscles are the biggest muscles on your body. 60% of your muscle is from your waist down. So if you're training legs and you're working out and you're building muscle in your thighs and legs, you're going to burn fat when you're sleeping. And that's our goal. That's the goal in Sparta. We want to burn fat while we're sleeping. So we prioritize muscle. And this is about longevity. So that's why the slower cadence, because we don't want to get hurt. We want to stay on the battlefield. So thank you for joining me with the Spartan-Persian protocol today for leg day. And I look forward to our next video, which is going to be a military press and then lat pull down video. Have a great day.